is Sergeant Smith. How may I help you?
Hi, Sergeant Smith. This is Debbie Ballard Moon, and I have been trying really hard for years to get you guys to hear me in 911. And you guys not only have thrown me in jail, you have said that I was breaking a 911 law because my ex-husband, who has abused my kids and me, you guys have let my dad, who doesn't understand anything, go carried on with many things. I have been almost thrown in prison by 911, who is unbelievable. You guys have let Miss Bowen send police officers out after me because I've just begged her to tell me who could help me with a criminal case against Jesse E. Moon. There are many cases against him right now. So I wouldn't, if I were you, choose not to hang up on me. Miss Bobby Shedd, whose son David Culpepper was a 911 dispatcher, I just went to her funeral and helped her through the entire situation. Now, I wouldn't hang up on me if I was you.
Ma'am, that's not what we're here for. We're not here to hang up on you. I'm here to help you.
Good. Because my kids are being abused, and I have been begging, pleading and begging for 8 years for you people to understand this.
Okay.
I have a case going on. Hold on before you decide you want to hang up.
Ma'am, I'm not going to hang up on you, so don't say that anymore, okay?
Thank you. Yes, sir. 8 years I have been begging the entire courthouse and everybody. I am visually disabled, but I am enabled by Christ. And I am exhausted trying to have people help me. Miss Bowman, she threw me in jail because I begged her to help me find a police officer, to help me find someone, because my ex-husband said I was stalking him. I am a stalking victim. Check it out by Shannon Hamilton. Check it out. Tammy Colston fought my case. You might want to check it out. Now, this man, Jesse E. Moon, has almost killed me. This man is in a case right now for not paying alimony. He won't let me speak to my children, and right now, he won't let me speak to my daughter or son. I have a case coming up February 25th, but I can't talk to anybody. Now, I'm a mom, and if I sound emotional, well, hey, moms are emotional about their children when they're abused and molested. That's the thing mom gets about their kids. This man has abused, molested, put them in a pornography place in Rome, Georgia. If you're not, well, you haven't lived here very long. And I'm exhausted for trying to get people to hear me. I hope you will hear me, because I have thought for 8 years I will die fighting for my kids. I don't want to die before I get to my case. But I can't hear from my son. I can't hear from my daughter, because their dad is out of his mind. My daughter is a senior in high school. She's about to be 18. She is brainwashed. My son is brainwashed. And they were taken from me at the age of 6 and 10 from Fernandina. And not one person in the Florida and the Georgia courthouse has been on my side, because Miss Bowman threw me in your courthouse to try to think I was doing something wrong. And from then on out, this visually disabled woman, who is enabled by Christ, has fought for my children. Why, I took care of my mother before she died. They think Jesse E. Moon III is a victim. That man is not a victim. Maybe he was a victim as a child from molestation, but he's a grown man who is molesting my children and torturing me.
Moon, have you talked to anybody within... Miss Moon.
I have talked to so many people, sir.
You've asked me, Miss Moon.
So many people.
Miss Moon, you've asked me to help you, so let me help you.
Yes,
Have you talked with any officers about this molestation?
I have talked to so many people, and not one for everybody in Rome, Georgia wants to live in denial. Judge Durham has let this man get off on so many cases, it's not funny. My son now has a 77. That baby is so abused right now, it scares me to think of it, because his dad won't let him talk to me. And I am scared to death for my son, Jackson Moon.
Okay.
But not one police officer in this Floyd County courthouse wants to get the fact that Jesse E. Moon, who has stolen from me from the time he said I do, which he actually the night beforehand slept with the biggest drug dealer in Rome, Georgia. And I don't do drugs, sir. And I wasn't going to marry him. But all he's done is stolen from me my identity and everything about me, and is fighting not to pay me alimony. But I can hardly breathe to think of what he's doing to my children. And it's all I can do to get through day by day, knowing I don't hear from my lawyer because they're trying to get through this case. But they don't get every second that goes by, Jesse Moon hides another property under another false name. He did that with me.
Do you know where he lives right now?
Second and every minute, he changed his address because Rosemary, which is his 16-year, his younger girlfriend that he left me for, got caught selling drugs and alcohol to minors. Rosemary Flanagan. Well, guess what? She learned that from Jesse E. Moon III. And my son Jackson and my daughter Bria are Christians. They're not allowed to go to church. Do you understand how painful this is for me?
I can understand.
You don't. But every second that goes by that I know this man is keeping them from talking to the mother that wants to encourage the life out of them, that knows that this man is brainwashing them, that wants to tell their mother is something else that I'm not. I'm a strong Christian mother.
Okay.
That loves my children.
Miss Moon.
Even if they just breathe.
Miss Moon.
Sir, do you understand this?
Miss Moon. I need you to acknowledge me. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Miss Moon. Okay. What do you want me to do for you right now?
I want you to help me.
How do you want me to help you?
I want you, the way you can help me.
How do you want me to help you? Do you want me to send you an officer, or do you just want me to listen to you? What do you want me to do?
I want you to listen to me.
Okay.
You know how many officers have come out to me and said, oh, they're fine. They're eating ice cream. They're fine over there with their dad.
So,
they're not fine, sir.
Miss Moon, Miss Moon, please do not talk over me. When they come and they talk to you, are you not happy with what they're saying?
Let me tell you something, sir. I haven't had somebody come to talk to me for a long time, because I've had men come to talk to me that said, Jesse Moon has put even my dog on Craigslist and me on Craigslist and said, this woman can't take care of her dog. Listen, sir, I took care of my mother. And then the guy on the detective list said, we can't help you. So, and then another person said when my mother was dying, I don't shake hands. And I've had people say, we don't take this report. We don't do domestic violence. This man has thrown me down the stairs. He has destroyed my financial. He has taken me through many ungodly things that you can't imagine. Now, that's being said. So if you want to know what the deal is, let me tell you. I have had big, huge officers come to my house when I was taking care of Mom and said, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't do domestic violence in Rome, Georgia. And I said, okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Great job. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Let me just be thrown down the stairs on my face. Or let me let this man who knew I was visually disabled, let him put all my stuff on a computer again and use my name, my credit, my everything again. You people in Georgia just call that non-domestic violence again. Good job, people in Rome, Georgia. Way to go.
Okay, Miss Moon, I just want to confirm right now, you do not want an officer to come over to your house, correct?
Okay. No, not if they're going to come over and say, excuse me, Miss Moon, we don't do domestic violence in Georgia.
Okay. Well, at this time, I have listened to about as much as I can right now. If you do not want me to send you an officer, I'm going to have to disconnect the phone at this time unless you want to continue.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want an officer to come help you?
Let me ask you a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
I'm Sergeant Smith.
Of Rome County or
Floyd County 911.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with domestic violence?
I'm only familiar with understanding the signs to a degree, but all we do is communicate. I'm not a certified officer.
Are the signs that you're familiar with?
I'm not going to be discussing that with you right now, ma'am. That's not my job. I can have an officer come discuss that with you, but tell
me what your signs are that you understand.
Ma'am, that's not something I can discuss with you. All I do is communicate, ma'am.
You can't discuss the signs of domestic violence with me?
No, ma'am, that's not something I'm going to be doing right now.
Why?
Because that is not my position to do. I'm not a certified.
Learn them?
I'm not a certified. Ma'am, Miss Moon, do not talk above me.
Sir, I don't mean to disrespect you.
Mm-hmm.
However, disrespecting a woman who's been highly abused domestically and saying you can't discuss those is disrespecting me.
No, ma'am, it's not, because I'm not a certified officer, but so I cannot discuss that with you. I'm not a certified officer, so I don't have that legal training.
Okay, you have not been trained on domestic violence. It's okay to say that, sir.
Miss Moon, I'm going to have an officer come speak with you, okay?
Okay. Sir?
Miss Moon, this conversation is over at this time, okay?
Listen, if you have not, it's okay to be honest and say, we don't pray on the Bible in our courthouse anymore.
Miss Moon, Miss Moon, this conversation is ending. I'm going to have an officer come speak with you if you continue to call 911 tonight without a legal. Miss Moon, if you continue to call 911 without an emergency reason, without someone needed to come to your house tonight.
I have tried to call my children for a month.
Okay, then let me send you an officer.
Not letting them speak to me.
Then let me send you an officer. Okay, then let me send you an officer.
No, sir. Because if they don't have the proper skills on what abuse is, then I don't want that officer trained to me. So
okay, then there's nothing more I can do, ma'am. I am not an officer. All I do is communicate.
Okay, it's okay.
Miss Moon, I'm done with this conversation. An officer is coming to your house at this time, okay?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you can't just send an officer.
Yes, ma'am, I have that.
Be a Miss Bowman.
Yes, ma'am, I have that authority to send an officer to you.
No, you don't.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I will have an officer teach you what abuse, that's abuse. That will be abuse for you to send an officer out here when you're not understanding the abuse. That's abuse to me. To send one more man out to my house who can abuse me.
Then I will send the supervisor out for this city police department as well. And you can speak with their supervisor.